So here you go, you just take some of your spray, you just rinse off some of this dirt. You can use engine cleaner, it's pretty caustic stuff. I like to use this stuff, it's meant for computers. Just because it evaporates nice and clean. And you can grab your nice light toothbrush. Wife's gonna not be happy about this. I'll just wipe up what you can. Man, it still stinks. I'm not taking this apart. There's really no need to. I mean, I could, but I mean, look, inside it's very clean. Like, no worries. You know, right, clean through. So, just gonna clean that. Anything I'm having a problem cleaning, I will use I have my Dremel tool. Over here, you can also use a cotton swab. And just get some of this greasy, dirty stuff out of here. And you see where it's been adjusted several times before. You know, just strip the screw just a little bit. So we're going to take that one out first. So, simple way to do that. And you're going, just take the screw out. No. First of all, this is the idle right here. This particular one is the idle. So this one will be, yeah, float level, I think. And they stripped it pretty good. And the camera goes flying. So this one's maxed in all the way. Hit it cranked right down. So there's no need to worry about counting number of turns coming out of there. So I'll take out the, now see, just to get it back to where it was before, you would count how many turns it takes to take the idle screw out. So you go 1, I count in halves, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26. Oh, 26. You can adjust the idle afterwards. It's really easy, but just to get it in the ballpark, you want to know what that is. This one is your, one sec, I think it's your high speed, if I'm not mistaken. I was aiming for this one anyways. Good place, as soon as you see a hole, get right in there with the squirt. Also like to use W. Because it likes to dissolve everything. See, right away you got rust coming out of there after I flushed down that hole, which tells me this has to come out right away, which I would have done anyways, just so we're clear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you're not sure, just count 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. right now before I forget about it. So it's relatively clean in there now. So I'll continue cleaning the outside afterwards. Take everything, line it up pretty. Now, you should wear gloves while using cleaners. That's a given. But I'm a bit of a rebel. I'll just wash my hands after. So, take this out. This one you're going to have to really watch. It's even off to the side a little bit. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And the jet is not bad. Like you said, the guy said it was running up until when he put it away. And then he had this other little blue moped, which is really it was neat. A little more rebel looking, you know. It's just a lot cleaner you have on that thing, and just clean your spring up like that. Looking for an easy way to clean a spring, that's about it, other than getting your brush on there. Whew, that stuff is good. The reason I like using the cleaners is it's really gentle and you get to get a good idea, gets all the passages, get a good idea what's going on, what leads where, because you can see this goes through, leads into there, this comes down into here, this goes into the inside here, you know, just by seeing where the fluids flow. So you get a good idea of where you have to clean. Now, one of the tricks I've used in the past, if you have a venturi that's plugged, you can reach for your handy dandy micro drill index and just clean your passages out that way. You see I got a tiny little hole in there. One time I couldn't figure out why this engine was running really funky. It was just giving me a horrible time. See, oh look, nice rubber seal, all intact. That's great. So anyways, this one engine was giving me a horrible time. Just a complete runaround as to why it wouldn't run. Wow, look at the rust on the bottom of this, huh? Found a couple venturi that I hadn't unplugged. Ran the drill bit through, away it went. Couldn't believe how well it ran. First pull every time. So you get problems where it doesn't want to start right away or anything like that. Get right into those venturi. Get the carb cleaned. If you have to pay a couple bucks for a new gasket, do it. It's worth the money. It's worth the frustration. The time, on the other hand, is another factor. As we all know. Especially nowadays. So yeah, that's the basic teardown in there. Yeah, WD is just fine to use on you because it is petroleum based. This old, you know, so is the gasoline you put through it. So yeah, look, I still have like rocks and stuff. So anyways, this screw in the bottom here is for draining it, and it is just god awful. So you can take that out without counting, without worrying. It's meant to be drained every year. It's not a major component. You just take it out. It actually, let me just double check before I open my big mouth. Okay, so that is going to allow how much fuel comes into here. So it does have a function. It's not completely useless. It's not just a drain. But you would take that out and you would count. But I'm not worried. I can figure it out. I know where it was. Yeah, so you had to screw it in all the way in anyways. Because you're going to want it to be tight so it doesn't leak. But it would control flow into this pipe here too. So, there we go. So now, just take your Dremel bit. You can do this without using the actual Dremel too, like I'm doing right now. Just take those bits and just scrub down lightly. Find a Dremel sometimes, especially if you run the chuck into things, you're not careful. You can make them untrue. You know, really only need you can do this completely by hand without having an issue, as long as you can find your bits. But using Dremel bits are nice too, because you got all these different shaped drill bits that come in here. All these different, brushes and cleaners and buffers, and if you are having a problem getting a certain section out, like this is absolutely riddled with dirt down here. You would just plug into a Dremel, into the wall, and then use your Dremel. There, I got it all. This is pretty clean. Don't worry about the white stuff. That's just normal. How the carburetors age. Nothing you can do there. Just clean up around these edges. That's what's important there. Now what you can do is use your sandpaper, or if you don't have any handy and you do have your Dremel bits, just take the light piece of sandpaper that comes in there, somewhere in here. Just lightly scrub it down. Okay, well, I don't have any sandpaper on me, but I will by the end of this tape. So just scrub it and you should be okay.